So we should be live.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the third day of a bunch of exciting matches. Right now, we have France B versus Canada C lined up for you. This is the Seed 16 versus Seed 17, so this should be quite a close and interesting match. In the caster booth today, it's me, Renu, and I'm joined by I Totally Get That.
Hello.
So, looking forward to commentating for you guys, and hopefully we have a really great match.
Yep. Here are the rosters. Let's take a look at their seating. We know they're 16 and 17, but what they do on the individual pools, here you go.
It seems like the Hard Rock is mainly what carried France to their seeding, because their hidden and their nomads aren't too strong overall, but their Hard Rock is definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Yep, and then for Peru B, we got this.
For Peru B, definitely a double time team. You can see their team rankings look really good. And their Nomad and Hard Rock actually don't look bad either. It was probably just that hidden ranking a bit on the lower end
Pretty good.
that resulted in them being 17th.
Pretty good Nomad 1, Hard Rock 1, DT 1, so probably pretty good.
Yeah, AIM team.
Yeah. We do have warm-ups from these teams today.
Lovely.
So, be seeing those.
If I recall correctly, the star rating for this pool is only around 5 stars, so I don't think any teams are going to start getting mechanically or skill diffed yet, but there's definitely something to keep an eye out on, like the hidden one, the Hard Rock one, the Nomad one, the more technically challenging maps, just to see if any players struggle to keep up.
Yeah, it's actually a bit below 5, but yeah. Let me take a look at the first 5.1. Average is right around 4.8. With the highest in the pool being DT2, because that type of map really got boosted with the last round of star rating adjustments.
Yeah, the speed buff definitely really pushed speed meta and kind of nerfed aim. So, in my opinion, a few aim maps are slightly underrated, but at this pool level, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. You're not really going to notice it in terms of like pool balancing.
It's 4.8 average, but I'd still call this about a 4.9 star pool.
Yeah, this is round of 32. You don't want to kill our players just yet.
Yep. This was actually designed for the majors group stage. So it may be actually harder than you might have expected for this particular set of players.
I mean, this is also 6 World Cup, right? This is like this is the best 6 digits around the world,
well,
minus the major leagues. But
yeah,
you know,
the second
still
best.
really good 6 digits. I've gotten gapped by 6 digits so many times. Like, I would not look down on any of these players. If you're able to represent your country on the world stage, you're good.
Some of these B teams and even some of the C teams, like, see competing in the majors.
For sure.
Especially the top several. They had some pretty good scores on the group stage map. Oh.
Didn't USB drop 2 points to Kazakhstan yesterday?
Yeah,
though? I remember looking at the VOD and being like, "What happened?"
Yeah, that was 30 minutes ago. And
oh my!
Yes, so Kazakhstan won their first pick. They just played well on Nomad 3. USB didn't do so good, and I think we lost a player. And then I think it was Nomad 1. USB had a disconnect, and Kazakhstan was close enough that without that score, they took the point.
That will happen.
That is an interesting mod combination there on the bottom right.
Oh boy. Wait, did they take Spun Out? I love Spun Out. Oh my god. They took Spun Out. Flashlight. Is that DT?
Yeah, they're playing the map DT, otherwise it would have been too long.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that 3.5 star is before DT.
That makes sense, actually. Just looking at the AR, I don't think any 6 digits would be reading AR 9.8 plus DT. So, figures. You know,
I'm taking a look. I think the 9.8 might be adjusted for DT. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, 9.8 is adjusted because AR 8 plus DT is roughly 9.8.
OD, however, is not.
Yeah, OD will be roughly 9. No, I'm actually very impressed by bottom right. 13% combo, or 13% AC, absolutely massive.
Alright, so this map, DT is 210 PP for a double S.
Right, players are farming in match. Lovely.
Well,
Scorby 2 farming.
I don't. Oh, we do have one FC remaining. Rio. Not sure about off screen. There may be more than 4 players in the lobby from these teams.
Yeah, it'll only show the first 4, and the tourney client, I believe, will also only count the scores of the first 4. Oh, Rio has given up on playing. Damn. That's
Fair
rough.
enough. Well, it's a warm-up, you know, just getting warmed up, and if there's any technical difficulties, it's good to get them out of the way here.
Yeah, that's fair. If anything, warm-ups are the time where you're like, oh crap, I have mouse buttons on. Or you move your mouse around, rearrange some stuff on your setup.
Or, oh no, my dim is set to 30% for some reason.
That girl did 30%. I believe it's like noon roughly in Peru and like 6 p.m. evening in France, so it shouldn't be like too late for anyone. Yeah, 16:30. Yep. So it's like probably like 5:30 in France. I forget whether they're UTC +1 or UTC +2, but no one should be complaining. Like, I had to play at 8 in the morning. I got schedule diffed.
We did have all 8 players from France here in the lobby for that world.
Okay.
Was the best score at 919k on screen. I don't think that was quite at FC, but it was pretty close if it wasn't.
For sure, yeah.
1-1-1-1 next combo was about 19 short, so close enough. Oh, 6 misses too. Ellie was AFK at the start.
Make sure you update the MP link, man.
Yes, that is a good point. Thank you. There you go. And then we'll get the bans and protects after the warm-ups. We're on laser, so we don't really have graphics for protect, so we have to keep track of it in chat. Oh, apparently both teams are going with the max length warm-up, so hopefully not any stalling.
Not 4 minutes. Maybe some of the Peruvian players aren't quite online yet, and they're trying to pick longer warm-ups to really draw out that clock. I know I'm guilty of doing that, so.
I do know that they changed their warm-up they had selected originally.
Right, because you have to. This is 6 World Cup. You have to send your warm-ups ahead of time, so you get them pre-approved, right? You can't just pick whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, originally someone had picked. Wait. Yeah, originally.
I think we do have an MP start command though, so we should be heading into a 6-star Stellarium. I was farming this the other day, actually.
Don't worry about it. Yep, okay.
Alright, we have Miruo on the Hidden Hard Rock. I still don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm so sorry. Is it?
Yeah.
A-N-Q-S-E?
Those are the letters, yes. I have no idea how you would pronounce that.
I'm an English speaker. Oh my. But they're a spun out player, so I want them to win. No modding on the side of France. Surely they remembered to take no fail. If I recall correctly, this is a pretty standard no mod 1. It's just... it's long. It'll check your aim consistency. There's nothing too difficult in here.
Okay, yeah, so we had a very interesting result in the previous hour of streams. The 30th seed beat 3rd seed, tiebreaker. Turns out the 30th seed did not know you could play the qualifiers twice.
Oh.
So
read the rules doc, y'all, please.
Yeah, so
I'm begging you.
And I think they were missing a player too.
Smurfed.
So they were
smurfed quals.
They were severely underseeded, and then the 3rd seed Vietnam only had 5 players today.
Yeah, I saw that actually. It was this is Colombia, right? Colombia beat Vietnam.
Yeah, Colombia winning tiebreaker by 4K with a Hard Rock player.
Close. It's actually really ballsy to take Hard Rock or a Hidden on a tiebreaker, especially when you know it's like there's stakes involved. You're not just playing TB for fun.
Like Hidden, I could see if it's like a comfort mod for you, but Hard Rock, that's just. I mean, I guess if you only ever play Hard Rock, sure, but that was, pretty ballsy.
I know some people that are like Hard Rock only players though, so Hard Rock is their preference mod.
Yeah. I mean, I think this one's AR9, so...
Yeah, it shouldn't be too slow for anyone. I think in the 6-digit range.
Yeah.
No, AR9 should be pretty comfortable.
But it ended up working out pretty well for them. Yeah, close seating. 16th and 17th. Yeah, Tay could be a tiebreaker if they don't play well.
Pros are literally farming like tournament PP.
Yep. Spun with the, I think that's an FC, but the axe is a bit low.
88% FC, yep. Average score B2 moment. Look at that cursor shake too, oh my goodness, on Spun. Unlucky drop on the diff spike section.
I think Menity almost hit all the jumps. So coming up on the end of matches today, we do still have 3 matches all happening at 19 UTC. Unfortunately, we only have 2 streams, so I'm gonna miss one of them, but we got most of the matches this weekend. This actually worked out pretty well.
What is it about 19 UTC? I guess it works for Americans and Europeans, so it's a good time.
Let's see, I'm not sure. Let me check who's playing.
Oh my, Mirio is spinning. Or is doing donuts. Alright, and I believe that is both warm-ups out of the way now. So we should shortly be seeing rolls, followed by protects, bans, and picks.
Well, the one is UK versus Czechia, which is 2 European teams, but maybe they just both like playing before bed.
Yeah, I think a lot of players, you know, gamer schedule, they want to play later.
Yeah, I played my best around 1, 2 a.m., so...
No, that's fair. I'm definitely, like, I'm an afternoon player. I like playing at, like, 4 to 5 p.m. That's when I play best. But my teammates never like that, because 4 to 5 p.m. is, like, you know, 4 to 5 a.m. for them.
Yeah.
So I usually end up playing in the morning, unfortunately.
Yeah. Alright, we got our rolls in. We got a 56.
We have a roll, I think, from...
Manatee on duty rolled a 9,
Peru.
but it's way up there.
I see.
There
Okay, so that should mean that France will be protecting first, and Peru will be protecting second.
Yep. Same for bans, and then the picks will be the opposite.
Yeah, and then this is like the Corsair system, right, where the bans are split. So they do 1 round of bans, and then they do 4 picks, and then the second round of bans.
Exactly.
I always like this method of banning a bit more. You kind of get to feel out your opponents, and then ban again. If you know, like, they're really strong on aim, but you're not sure what exactly they're really strong on, you could try to ban out their strongest one, and then test it out for a bit, and then go for the second one. Alright, so we see a France Protect of HR2, and a Peru Protect of DT1. And we should be seeing bans at some point now. Nomad 2. Okay, it's an interesting ban. I think this is definitely probably one of the more challenging maps in the pool. It's not a comfortable Nomad 2. And I think this was my lowest scored map out of the Nomads besides the Nomad 5. So I don't really blame them for the ban. Next up is the Peru ban. HR1. So this was, I believe, just a consistency HR1. It was pretty comfortable, just your average consistency mechanics aim map. It wasn't like, you know, the qualifiers, which is like more techy. This is just raw aim. And it's interesting that a team with such strong aim would actually go out and ban something that maybe they would be favored on slightly. But then again, France is really strong on Hard Rock, so considering they already protected Hard Rock 2, it makes sense to eliminate the other Hard Rock option. I'm still sad though, that map was great. And I believe now we are waiting on Peru to pick first.
Yep.
It's so nice that there's like an actual timer and everything just to keep the match flowing. Otherwise, these matches tend to take a while.
Yes, they do, especially first round like this on a team size 8.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams, if they're smart, they'll be going through the other teams' like qual scores and individual rankings to really pick through what they think is good. And we do see the hidden one from Peru. Interesting, because their hidden was pretty weak, wasn't it? But then I think they're, rather than picking into their strengths, I think they're picking into their opponent's weaknesses.
Yeah, neither one did very well at hitting kills.
I guess they're just going for the toss-up, maybe? Interesting that you go for a toss-up on your first pick, but maybe this is when you can afford to drop points, I think. It's less heartbreaking to mispick early on rather than later on in the match when the stakes are higher. Also, the song is a banger.
Basically required genius at this point.
Do you turn on hit lighting?
No, I turned on video, but unfortunately I hit escape twice.
No. We can't hear the music here, or rather I can't hear the music, so I'll just be like bopping along in my head.
Let me fix that. Alright, should be good. Let me back.
Okay, it seems like all the players in the lobby. We have Treacle, Smun, Bilal, and Johannes on the France side, and then we have Mirio, Capchi, the one I can't pronounce, and the Zone 18 on the side of Peru.
I'm gonna guess it sounds like Anx or Ax.
Alright, we're gonna go with that.
Or Axie.
Axie. Alright, so it appears that this is going to be their hidden lineup. I guess it makes sense considering Mirio did take hidden, I think, on a couple of the warm-ups. Or maybe he took Hard Rock, I forget. Either way, we see a zone swap out for Mr. Derek.
Yeah, there was a hidden Hard Rock on the second round.
And I believe everyone has readied up. So we see the MP start command, and we should be heading into the first map of the match. Hidden 1. There's a couple of tricky rhythmic sections here that players might break on if they didn't practice the map, but I think everything in this map is like fairly learnable. There's nothing like, there's no mechanical fuck you section. Am I allowed to swear on stream?
Whatever, it's the minor league. We're not even affiliate here.
I'm dead. Okay, so I think there were a couple of Bancho breaks early on, maybe? Because I saw a couple of players just chain misses.
Yeah, I had hit panic because I had to connect into one of the players.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like most of the clients have stabilized. A couple of FCs, 2 early breaks on the side of France, and as I say that, Trickle drops again, traded quickly by Mirio though, so that'll kind of keep things balanced for now. But the AC advantage is firmly on the side of Peru B, just looking... The players seem a lot more comfortable than the France team. Bilal and Drinkle especially seeming to struggle with the AC. Still holding combo though, no drops after the trade between Mirio and Drinkle.
Yeah, looking at a full 97, well, almost full 97% from Peru.
Drinkle drops again, but that's traded by Cap G, and Spun drops immediately afterwards. That's going to heavily favor the side of Peru, considering Spun was one of their FCs, I think. So it's now only 1 FC on the side of France to 2 FCs on the side of Peru. Bancho, please. Did one of the players disconnect? Or is that the client doing client things?
I'm gonna try panicking. Not disconnected on the MP link. So
Okay.
the audio is from the first client, so if that ever breaks, you don't get audio. Looks like we're back.
Okay, so while we were gone, it seems like actually everyone on Peru dropped. So it's actually Bilal versus Mirio now, with the combo advantage on the side of Bilal, but his AC is 5 points lower, so that'll definitely prevent the score from growing as quickly as it could be. And with the 200k score gap, it's starting to shrink, just because Bilal has the massive combo advantage, supported by Drinkle, I think. We might see that score gap continue to shrink, but Bilal needs to hold. And Bro's gonna need as much supporting combo from his team as possible, and that's a drop right there. It seems like maybe just nerves, seeing the scoreboard at the break. Just knowing that like you're carrying the team score, it can be so scary.
So now we got Mirio with the only fairly large combo. There's a couple decent sized combo for France C, but they're gonna need to break the Mirio like right now.
They're gonna need to break, they're gonna need a chain at this point, because there's really not enough map to do anything. And with Spun breaking, there's just no combo on the side of France C, unfortunately. It was looking to be pretty close, but unfortunately it was just not enough. Oh my god, I see it.
Yep. And the best part is, if you look at the MP, that's not even their actual score. That's because we panicked and the client bugged out a bit.
Oh my. Okay, so the actual score lineup, I believe, was 2,052,491 on the side of France, and 2,208,737 on the side of Peru. So Peru still wins by around 156,000. And seems like that was a pretty solid first pick for Peru. It did look a little scary, especially at like the 3/4 section, but they did manage to hold on just long enough to take the point. And now it's going to be France's turn to respond. If you were France in this situation, what would you go? Like, undoubtedly, if I was France, I'd go straight for the HR2.
Yeah, I could see that. I forgot what they were good at. It's been 5 minutes and my short-term memory apparently sucks today.
I mean, you've also been streaming like 8 matches, so things do get a little jumbled at some point.
Yeah, I got some streamer brain going on. Let's go take a look at the seating one more time. Okay, so they get a number 5 in balls.
Seems like both teams pretty good at Hard Rock.
Both pretty good at Hard Rock. Both pretty similar at DT as well. Like their skill sets are kind of similar.
And it seems like if I recall correctly, the Nomad 5 in this pool is like low AR plus high speed. So there's a lot of like snapping. It's really strange. And we see the Nomad 3 pick actually from the side of France.
It's like CS5, a little bit of speed, a little bit of reading. It's a weird map.
It's gimmick, so it's supposed to be weird.
Yep.
Yeah,
but not like the gimmick that some of the teams were expecting. Like, oh yeah, let's get the AR7 old map in there. Not this week.
Or like, you know, the Free Mod 2 style map where it's small circles but AR8 and large spacing.
Yep.
Those maps are fun.
No, those will be in 3 miles and Hard Rocks hopefully most of the time, at least early.
So this Nomad 5 is more reading, and if I recall correctly, this Nomad 3 is it's a pretty standard Nomad 3. It's a bit on the slower end. It's only 135. So that means that in exchange for the slower BPM, you have a bit higher spacing and the aim is a little more challenging. Hopefully the players practice this one. This is also probably a practice map.
The Nomad 3 alt-type picks in this range are definitely going to be fairly low BPM. Maybe a few bursts here or there, but not like, 1/4 burst at 135 BPM.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be hitting our 6 digits with 150 BPM flow aim at any point. Just scaling wise, that would be a stupid difficult Nomad 3 in an otherwise tame pool.
That would also boost the star rating a decent amount too, I think. So
yes, and we see on the side of France, Alicia has swapped in, I believe, Manatee. Did Manatee play last map?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's Manatee and Alicia swapping in for Smut and Johannes. On the side of Peru, it's, I think, the Zone swapping in for Capji. Otherwise, their lineup has remained the same.
Yep.
See if these new players can bring something fresh to the table. This map's also a banger. Nomad 3s usually are my favorite song of the pool. Oh, and instantly, like 3 breaks in the lobby. Nicole, Bilal, and Inks caught off guard by the flow aim.
2 FCs per set.
Yeah, and it seems like Inks is breaking again. This is a fairly long map though, so breaks this early won't matter as much. However, if teams just continuously can't hold on to combo, that will present a challenge very, very quickly, as we see with Manatee breaking, leaving France with only 1 FC. And this is their pick as well, so not exactly the start we were hoping for, perhaps. But this map doesn't get much harder than this. It's not a diff spiky map, it's just constant flowing. Can you hit doubles? Can you hit triples? And it seems like most of the players have settled in, and as I say that, Manatee breaks. Of course, I love caster cursing, I love my job.
Oh.
And Alicia drops as well, meaning that France has no FCs.
Of course, the 2 that didn't break there are close enough to FCs at this point.
Yeah, I think the only FC left in the lobby is Mr. Derek's, who's roughly 100 combo ahead of Bilal and Juko.
Pretty good support and combo on their side as well.
Yeah, I think this might be a map where AC actually comes into play, especially if people are really struggling to hold on to combo. With Mr. Derek dropping, that's going to give France an opportunity to pull it over. Bilal and Draco just need to hold on.
Now goes Alika as well as the Zone and Murillo as well, so now it's only Bilal and Inks and kind of combo Medici with a little bit of support from France.
And I think we're starting to see the same story happen again, where Bilal once more has the highest combo in the lobby, but because of lower AC, Bro's going to struggle to pull the score over for a little bit at least. But this is a much closer map than last time. So if his teammates can hang on, this is definitely comebackable. And we're going to continue to see that score bar do its thing.
43k. Oh, there goes the best support combo from France on MG on duty.
Humanity continues to break.
Hold up.
Angst does trade that one out. Is there enough map to come back? France needs Mr. Derek's and the zone probably to drop. Or, actually, the zone's AC is lower. There's one.
Here's the question.
And this is a really close map. It could go over.
Is this the map with
Just
the
look
spinner?
at that score bar.
Spin to win.
Oh, come on. Spin to win, spin to win. Spin like your life
there's a
depends on
slider.
it. Oh my goodness. I think that... Oh, wait. Hold on.
Bancho?
Petro?
France wins.
Okay, so France wins by 327.
Wow.
Alright, so I think the score from Druikle might have just tipped it right at the end.
Wow,
That was
okay.
a really close match. Literally winning by the tiniest margin. 327.
France surviving despite having one player miss the slider at the end. I think the spinner might have been worth it.
Yeah, because he was spinning, I think, like around 400.
Yeah.
So the bonus points really come in clutch. And
Wow.
France does put themselves on the board. 1-1. Maybe a bit closer than they were hoping, but a win's a win, and no one's going to see whether you win by 200k or 327 points.
I mean, we'll see, but it really doesn't matter.
A win's a win, right?
It's 1 point if you win by 300, it's 1 point if you win by 3 million.
Exactly. No, I think if you win by 3 million, the morale hit might suck.
Yeah, you know, that's true.
Yeah,
Although
I think if you get like dunked on proverbially, that would probably mentally boom your team a bit. But
Yeah.
also, you know, it is Peru's pick, so we can see how they're going to respond to that No Mod 3.
Well, you lose a point by 3 million, you're probably not expecting to win that point anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas
Okay,
if you
so
lose by 300, it's like, uh-oh, you could have won
I should
that
have
point.
spun a bit faster.
All I needed to do was, you know, not get that 150 there.
Yeah, and we see the free mod 1 pick.
Oh, for some reason it's not jumping to the pool automatically. Okay.
That's an option I think you have to select. It's like
No.
auto advance scenes.
It's it's just not, I don't know, maybe I got a weird state.
If it doesn't work, blame Bancho. It's probably right anyways.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blame Peppy. That usually works.
Okay, so the free mod 1 this time is slightly on the speedy end. It's 212 BPM, and I think, my opinion, I think it's Hard Rock favored, because it's CS4. But these teams are both Hard Rock teams, so I don't think that's going to be blatantly favoring one team over the other. And we haven't seen them play Hard Rock in match yet, so we can't be too sure how they're going to compete against each other.
Yeah, I've been saying this is rough on Hard Rock, but then again, that's because I wasn't aware that it's not AR9, it's actually AR 8.5.
So usually free mod 1s will be like CS4 AR9, but I'm so dumb on hidden below AR9. So for me, this is a solid Hard Rock pick, but maybe for players who are more comfortable with reading lower AR, this will be not a cakewalk, but it won't be as challenging as it was for me.
It's at least a little bit easier to read hidden or no mod compared to Fremont 2.
For sure.
It's
for
still below
sure.
9, like you said. Of course, you go Hard Rock, it is OD 9.8, but it's Hard Rock, that's what you expect.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, this is a pretty tapping heavy map as well. So you just gotta just go. And I think the low AR combined with the hidden combined with the BPM makes the map feel deceptively slow. Like, I always tap behind the beat whenever I play this map with hidden. I think someone's called a timeout.
Yeah, timeout from Peru B.
Yeah, so is everything okay? If there's a technical issue, perhaps? I remember once in my first tournament ever, we loaded into the Hard Rock 2, and then my teammate threw his pen across the room.
Oh no!
Yeah. Not too sure how that happened.
Alright, you can't hear it, but I just put on some elevator music for the timeout.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so it seems like we only have 3 players in the lobby right now. Miruo and the zone. Miruo definitely seems to be Peru's carry. I think we'll probably see him in for quite a few maps. And then we also see Caption in the lobby. On the wrong team.
Well, they have time.
Yeah. Timeouts are 2 minutes? Is it 2 minutes or 5 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, alright. So hopefully this doesn't delay the match too far.
And each team only gets 1. So it won't be too long.
Yeah, I participated in a tournament where the timeouts were 5 minutes long.
Ooh.
So it just it delayed the stream by forever. It was very frustrating.
Here's the schedule for the rest of the day if anybody's interested while we wait.
So 2 hours from now, we'll be seeing France B versus Canada C. I believe if you watch that stream, you'll get to experience me again. How lovely.
That will be streamed here on this channel.
And then at the same time, actually, concurrently, it'll be UKB versus the Czech Republic. And then also going on at the same time will be Mexico B versus Ukraine. So should be 3 pretty exciting matches, all going on concurrently. So, you know, you can boot up this stream and also the minor league stream too, watch them at the same time, you know, cheer on your favorite team. And we can take a quick look at the bracket schedule as well. So the winner of this match will go on to face the seed 1, USB, and the winner of Germany versus the Netherlands will go on to face Australia's B team.
Yeah, that match is on Monday, by the way.
And the winner of Mexico B versus Ukraine B will go on to face Russia B. And the winner of Great Britain B and Czechia will go on to face the USC team in the upcoming week. So hopefully lots of very exciting matches, and obviously since this tournament is double elimination, the teams that lose do get another shot. So also we'll be seeing, you know, Kazakhstan, Poland's B team, Hong Kong's B team, New Zealand. Is that Algeria?
It is.
That flag. Algeria, Germany, Malaysia, all those countries down in the losers bracket as well. Hopefully some teams get a really good losers bracket run and we can have an exciting tournament.
Timeout should be done, so now they're just at the regular timer.
I think France has, yeah, I recognize all these names. And I think they're working on getting a 4th player in the lobby for Peru. Peru was the people that called, Peru called the timeout, right?
Yes, it was.
Alrighty. So hopefully it's not because of like internet disconnection issues or anything. Alright, and we do see the 4th player in the lobby now for Peru. So hopefully everyone should be readying up soon. Players, please take no fail.
Apparently France has some spicy mods, so I'd like to hear, see what that is.
The mods make me fear my own team. Someone's taking like flashlight or something.
Maybe we could see an easy and a hidden hard rock.
Easy plus 212 BPM? Oh my.
We did see one in an earlier match, and it did actually work out for that team.
Yeah, I guess the reading on this isn't too bad, because it's a lot of just tapping. It's not as aim-focused.
Although, I suspect they would have done better on any other mod.
Yeah.
And it almost cost them the point, but they did end up taking it because of these easy multiplier by like, I don't know, 40k.
I feel like if you take flashlight in match, you better win, or you're just dunking on yourself. Same thing with easy.
But I know I saw a flashlight get used in one of the majors matches, but at that point, that team was already advancing.
Yeah, you're just BMing your opponents at that point.
Okay, triple hard rock.
And yep, triple hard rock on the side of France, and triple hard rock on the side of Peru as well. It seems like no one wants to read AR 8.5 no mod. I don't blame them. I don't want to read AR 8.5 no mod. And the tournament clan has decided to give a 405k advantage to the side of Peru. Thank you, Bancho. Very cool.
Well, just a little bit of handicapping.
A bit of favoritism never hurt anyone. It doesn't seem like anyone's going for the crazy abnormal mods, though. Mirio on a slight overmod, HDHR. Could just be a preference thing, though, because we did see him playing Hidden earlier. I'm curious to see what the tournament-wide statistics will be for this map, and as I say that, 2 drops on the side of France, countered by 1 drop on the side of Peru, and Koyo drops again. Traded by Mr. Derek, so now it's just 2-2 on each side. It seems like Hard Rock may have been a slight mispick for Akio, just looking at, his Ak plus Shake. This, I believe, is also his first, map of the match, so small area plus nerves, on a stage this big can definitely be really detrimental. And this is Peru's pick, so they were going into this map expecting to win, I believe. And I think with Akio continuing to have Ak plus combo issues, this map will probably go to the side of Peru if nothing changes. But CapG and Mr. Derek do drop again. Unfortunately, it was the 2 lower combos, but the zone does drop as well. So now it's 1 FC on the side of Peru to 2 FCs on the side of France. And I caster cursed it again. Oh my god, I love my job.
Yoko had a 95% Ak FC. Well, it's still 95%. Mirio at 94. See, on the other side, Hidden Hard Rock, and then below, 82.
82% FC, bro. Come on, give me the B rank FC. I want to see it.
I've definitely seen a few of those last week in majors, but I don't think I've seen one in minors yet.
I think just the Hard Rock OD, I think it's OD9 with Hard Rock. It'll make it really tough to act, especially at this BPM and with nerves. Seems like Akio has stabilized a bit, just looking at the cursor trail. There's not as much shake anymore. That's good. Bro definitely has his work cut out for him, though. There's definitely around a quarter of the map left. And with the zone continuing to drop, that'll be good to stop the bleeding, but unfortunately CapG has built combo back up, and it doesn't seem like anyone on the side of Peru wants to drop. So at this point, I think France is going to need a chain miss from Mirio, and probably CapG as well, to even have a shot at taking this point.
Yeah, I probably had to reach the 700k difference.
And it seems like this map this time will not be decided by the spinner. Definitely a much more decisive win this time for Peru. And what is that actually a B rank FC?
It is, yes.
I got it.
81%.
Yeah, that was a decisive win, around 670k for the side of Peru. I think what really made the difference was that, Peru's FC was a much higher AC, plus the hidden bonus.
Alright, just taking a look at the majors group stage stats. There was one player who had 1303 combo with 75.9% accuracy. C rank FC. I think I streamed that match. Hold on.
Wait, what team were they on? I might actually talk to
I
them.
was Klausia. I don't know what team that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them, unfortunately. Your keypad just jumped? Well, do you like not have a little adhesive thingy? What helped for my keypad was I would take like duct tape and literally just tape it to my table. And next up is France's pick again. So that was a pretty big score difference.
Okay,
And seeing how Nomad 3 turned out, I guess they should probably go for something different.
I did not stream that match. I recognize the name. It was one of the Malaysian players. But other than that, that was our lowest FC so far.
Bro, they said Nomad 2 when they banned it.
Yeah.
And Nomad 4, we see France, I guess, sticking to the Nomads. This is light tech as well, Nomad 4, standard tech map. I think the Nomad 4 is probably one of the easier maps in this pool. It's really standard, CS4, AR9, it's not like there's any really challenge in terms of like reading it. If anything, I think the issue might be like hacking the map, especially since it's so short. If you drop too many slider ends, you know, it could make a difference between a 97 and a 94. And that could determine the map.
Very true. And every little bit of combo also, meaning much more on the shorter maps.
Yeah, I can check actually what the max combo is on this map. It is, JK, I got trolled.
Should be...
It's not too high because I remember playing it. I think it was less than 1,000. So it means that any misses are gonna not be great.
879. The score in the majors was Arrow with a 99.87% IFC.
Rank up. G-rankers usage. And I think it's just Peru again with their same lineup. Ario, Anx, Mr. Derek, and actually the Zone swapping out for Darkloon. This is Darkloon's first map of the match, I believe. And
Yep.
And I think on the side of France, it's Akio swapping out for Rika.
So just looking at the warm-ups, Peru had 6 players in the lobby. So they may be down two players today. France definitely had all 8.
Yeah, we saw all 8 of them. It doesn't seem like they're swapping out too much though. I think just like the core of like Manatee, Bilal, and Drinkle, we've seen them play quite a few maps. So it seems like those 3 might be like the more confident players on their team, and then everyone else is just swapping in stuff they're more confident on.
Yeah. Well, especially on these early rounds, if you have like 2-3 players that are very consistent on the easier maps, you may just see them perma-lobbied.
I think also just more experienced tournament players in general have better nerve control. And in these early rounds, new players might have a rough time getting that under wraps.
Good point.
No early act drops yet. I suspect that'll probably change soon though, as we enter in the first slidery section. And Manatee the first to break in the lobby. Only around 100 combo in, but this map is so short that any sort of break is gonna really hurt. And Muryu trades that drop actually, roughly 200 combo later. And Mr. Derek drops as well. Seems like this Ki is really punishing the players.
France with a pretty sizable act advantage. They were pretty well ahead even before those breaks.
And Drinkle actually with the chain miss, that's gonna set the France score back a little bit, especially at around the halfway point. That's gonna hurt your score overall, but it seems like no one on the side of Peru can hold.
And maybe Anx still has the FC, but down at 91%, Anx is going to be
And every single person on France basically has higher AC than the entire Peruvian team. So just with the AC alone, that could probably carry this map.
That could be something to take advantage of. It's like, hey, we know everybody's gonna combo, and we have the better X, so.
Yeah, especially in this bit of like air quotes free combo.
Yeah.
I guess not, because Maru broke.
So maybe go with something like a DT1 or a DT2.
We will be seeing the next wave of bans though, after this pick. And I think with Angst breaking, that's just all FCs on the side of Peru are gone. Seems like we'll be seeing the second very decisive pick in a row. This is definitely the win that France needs though. Especially in terms of team morale after that last blowout and barely winning their No Mod 3. That's an almost 1 million win. I think it's around 900k.
1.1 million even.
Oh yeah, that's how math works.
Either way, it's a big number.
Yeah, we see, 2 FCs, or 2 basically FCs. I think those are FCs. 2 FCs on the side of France, to 0 on the side of Peru, and 2 really, really high supporting scores as well. Really solid pick. And as we enter in our second ban phase, I believe this time Peru is banning first.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you were Peru, what would you ban in this situation?
Ooh. What's the protects again?
They protected HR2 and DT1. No Mod 5. Alright.
Okay.
I guess just taking away all the no mods from France, since France has won both of them so far. And with no mod 5 being banned, there's only no mod 1 remaining in the no mod pool, actually.
I was gonna say ban no mod 1, but okay. It works too.
I guess maybe just both teams in general don't like low AR, because it seems like no one wants to touch the HD2.
Yeah.
And everyone took Hard Rock on the free mod 1, besides the person that had to take the hidden mod.
They're probably like, yeah, they probably won't be able to play No Mod 5, but we know we can't play No Mod 5, so we'll just ban it.
Sometimes it's better to just get rid of something you know you can't play, even if you're like, yeah, the other team probably can't play this. They're gonna revive No Mod 2.
Oh no.
2 negatives don't make a positive, bro. And we see the hidden 2 ban. Yep. I'm guessing both these teams don't like low AR.
Yeah, so 3 mod 2, if it comes up, will be a 3-way Hard Rock.
Probably. It'll probably be a 3-way Hard Rock and 1 person on the hidden just as a tank mod.
And maybe each team has like 1 hidden 2 player.
I think France actually just doesn't really have a low AR hidden player. I can check the free mod.
Oh, yeah, true. We did just have 3 mod 1 get played.
Yeah, their free mod 1 player, they got like 245k. Compared to Peru's player that got around 600k. So I think low AR plus hidden is probably going to favor Peru. And I think that France has realized that as well. Hence the hidden 2 ban.
All 3 DTs are still open.
I think we'll probably be seeing a DT1 soon. If not this pick, then definitely the next one. And I think with double pick rules, yeah, France probably doesn't have anything to pick other than no mod 1 after this.
You can double pick.
You can double pick?
Yep, there's no double pick or double ban rules, so... Yep.
I'm sorry for swearing.
Nah, that's good. It was, fair enough. What were the bans again that we just had? Hidden 2 from...
We just... Hidden 2 from France, and then no mod 5 from Peru.
DT3, this is the DT map. I don't really know what to say about this.
It's finger control.
Yeah.
I think the DT3 is easier than the DT2, in my opinion, just because it's slower. but also it is quite a bit longer. So you have like nearly 3 minutes after DT, and you're just really going. 213 BPM, it's like swing, right? This map is alt before you add DT. So when you do add DT, it becomes like really wacky finger control. And I really like the map, but also when I played this map, I think I got like a 94% FC or something. It was a hilarious score. And I think if the players have practiced this, it'll definitely show. Like, if someone can act, they've probably practiced the map. If someone is just really mashing through all the bursts, maybe they haven't practiced it. It's not fast enough to really speed cap anyone, though. At least I don't think it is. These players are probably pretty solid at DT, just looking off of their qualifier scores.
Going off of the SSD said in chat, expanding on that, so this is France C, which means that if there are any areas the country is relatively weak on, like say low AR reading, they may be on the A and B team and not have anybody left for the C team.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you might have just weaknesses you literally don't have a player for.
And you just have to hope and pray to ban it out. At least in the early stages, there's really only like free mod and hidden 2, and maybe a no mod 5 that'll have low AR, so you can hope your opponent hates it more than you do, and then ban out everything else. And we get the MP start command, so we are heading into the 5th map of the match. Double time 3.
Of course, they did still get 16 seeds, so they're at least pretty good all around. We got some early and early break from CapG. Okay, fair enough. Other commentary, take a break. So I'll be keeping your ears on fire here. Zone breaking as well for Peru. Rated by Smun, however, that's going to keep things fairly close. Light combo advance France C, but you can see Peru with the Ek advantage. C's are up at 96, 94. Those Frenches are 94, 95, 94. Okay, actually, that's pretty close. We have a lot of the map for rating. Anything could still happen. And still very tight. Peru falling behind now as the combo advantage flips over to France, but it's just flickering. Yeah, that chat match for that, it was the C teams, but still a lot of people there for that one. But yeah, going into the break here, we're leading by about 44,000, 42,000. Math is hard. Once again, the supporting combo slightly favoring at France. And no, it's not the supporting combo, it's the fact they have 3 FCs. Quite a few 100s across the board there. I think slightly favoring Peru. I don't know. Next break's gonna decide this one, I suspect. It looks like these teams both have pretty deep DT rosters. That was one thing while we were looking at the seeding, is like, wow, most of these maps are really close between these two teams. How do you pick your maps? Okay, so the one break was below France, so that's going to give Peru a largely cap G breaking, but that was not an FC. High as hell there was an FC for France. And that will bring things way over to Peru now, especially with Smud missing. Only Alika with the FC for France. Peru's got 2 plus 800 3/4 of an FC from the zone. Act-wise on the FCs, 95 and 93 for Mario, and thanks 93 for Alika. And we'll be taking the 3rd point here on DT3. Everybody managing to hold on their own picks. Good to see that. And you know, 1.04 million from Rio here. 95% AC on the FC leading the way. And another FC from X. The zone, very good supporting score as well, with the top AC in the lobby at 97.3. Just had that one break. And yeah, 3-2 Peru. France C with the next pick. Yeah, France C doing better than France A. Yeah, well, it helps when you have all your players available. And not on vacation for first week of the tournament. They also have had these pools for 3 weeks, so if you're the type of person who prepares for the map pools, you've had plenty of time to prepare for this pool. The minor league, I guess, just gets an extra week anyways going forward, as the round 16 next week will be on the Major League's round of 16 pool, which was this week. Go check out the Majors channel if you want to see those pools in action, and I think Manu is back. Alright. Didn't miss much. Peru got 2 FCs to 1, winning DT3.
Yeah, and I think France immediately goes into their protect. So we see the Hard Rock 2 pick from the side of France.
Yeah, minor league is the real 6WC. 6WC Majors is 5.5 WC.
And B-Ranker Cup.
Yeah. Although we've got a few on some of the higher seats here, but it's not as egregious.
Yeah, I think with certain countries with a larger player base, like the American team, there's no way you can get everyone on the A team just due to roster restrictions.
Yeah.
So there's some really, really good players that ended up on the B and even the C team.
Yeah, I saw some of those C team players. I'm like, wait, I think I streamed a match from them playing in 40K 3 years ago. Hold on.
And I think France is calling for a timeout potentially?
Yes. Well, time to put the elevator music back on.
Seems like both teams really taking advantage of the timeout clause. Someone does not have the map. I'm dead.
Hard 2. Back to the elevator. I need to get a second elevator music for the other team's timeout.
You can get like the Jeopardy music, you know, the bum 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 bum. Get that.
Yeah, that one will definitely get copy striked.
Oh, that's true, that's true. I mean, we're an Osu streamer, though. Like, something's gonna get copy striked regardless.
Let's see, is there a French elevator music?
Did you put Peruvian elevator music last time?
Nah, I just got the default.
Ew.
Oh well. I almost tried.
France didn't have an A team. Didn't I think France's A team got done really dirty.
Yeah.
In majors, like in groups. I think they were second seed in their group,
Yeah,
but because they were down a couple players, they were down their captain and they were down ISO as well.
They were the seventh
yeah.
seed, so they're actually top in their group, but they got swept by Brazil, and then they lost.
Yeah,
to
and then Taiwan as well. I remember because I have a couple friends on the France team, so I was talking to them about it.
Yeah, they were the top seed that got knocked out.
Yeah, I think they got done kind of dirty by life, IRL diffed.
Yeah, it happens. All right, here we go.
Seems like all the Peruvian players are in the lobby. And maybe France is just trying to decide on their strategy going forwards? Or maybe they're just looking for a lineup. Who knows?
Wait, this is the opposite of calm. Close enough. Oh, okay, yeah, the timeout is over.
Okay, so it seems like the regular timer should be starting again soon.
Yep. Yeah, this is shaping to be the longest match of the weekend here in the minors.
Is it actually?
Yeah, we're already an hour and 5 minutes in.
I love it. I love 6 digits.
Yeah.
I love it when a best of 9 takes an hour and a half. I think I had one hit like the 2-hour mark because I went to TB and they used the full 2 minutes to pick, full 2 minutes to ready up. And I was going to throw hands by the end.
They've at least been picking relatively quickly here.
That's fair.
But we just already had both timeouts as well as full length warm-ups
As well, yeah.
I think we'll be moving along a bit faster now.
Yeah, I think also there's fewer options to pick from going forwards because the pool's really small, right? The only thing that, if I was France, the only thing I would pick is no mod 1. Like, free mod 2 will probably favor the other team just because of the low AR, and both the DTs, as we saw from DT3, will probably swing the way of Peru as well.
Well, DT1's less about tapping, so that might be less bad.
But also, do you really want to pick your opponent's protect?
You know, you make a good point there. Apparently we've got someone that needs to be picked, maybe lag.
A Hazard is in lobby.
That is an 18 player.
Oh my. What is he doing there? Get out.
Villain? I don't know. Intimidating the opposing team.
Yeah, intimidating the opposing team by getting someone that's not even on the team to show up.
We had, who was it?
Just get like a top player to show up and be like, oh yeah, I'm playing 6 World Cup now.
We had Zeroki in for one of the warm-ups.
Freaking Zeroki.
Yeah.
That guy. Is he still 5-digit or did he rank back?
I have no idea. Well, if you want a big player coming in, where's 6WC? At the end of it, it was Canada and Indonesia, so there were a bunch of Canadian and Indonesian players watching, and they invited a few players to play, and we had Lifeline on stream playing Hidden Hard Rock on the TV.
The top player. And it seems like we are heading into the map. Not much roster changes. Bilal, Simon, Tricky, and Alika in for France. Ryuo, Inks, Mr. Derek, and the Zone 18 in for Peru. I think this is like pretty common. We've seen this, like maybe not this exact lineup, but we've seen a similar lineup several times already. In the Zone with a very early miss. I think this is probably the more challenging of the 2 Hard Rocks, because of the precision and because of the BPM, it's like kinda alty. And seeing how the alt pick ended, this could be a dicey pick. Off of AC alone, right now, Peru is in the lead, but it's a very, very small lead, and actually you can see the bar just swinging back and forth. With Smun's drop, though, that is going to give advantage to Peru.
Not for long.
Drops right back, alright. Still gonna benefit them, though, because they have the AC advantage. It actually seems like a few of the French players have built their AC up. So the bar is on the left side and it will continue to grow if nothing changes. And I believe this is the only break in the map. Like, this is the only break section.
So the thing about this map is the ending is very low density, so if you're behind by a lot, there is no coming back.
Yeah, and Alika drops, actually. Is that a Bancho break or was that a
I
miss?
think that was real.
I think it was a miss, okay. Well, there wasn't too much to miss on, but maybe just nerves. And the zone drops as well. And I think with 2 FCs on the side of France to literally nothing on the side of Peru, unless Bilal and Drinkle both suffer a heart attack in the last quarter of the map, this will probably be a point for France.
Never count the meteor out of it.
Oh, that's true.
This is the
What rank was Frank C? Frank C was 16.
16th and 17th seeds, so these are right next to each other on seeding. Oh. Well, it's too late. There's no map left.
Yeah, even with Drinkle's really late drop, there's no combo in this map. It's super short. And yeah, that's a decisive 800k-ish win. 800k, maybe almost 900k.
The 86% A rank FC there for Bilal.
Gamer. Bilal, my Ak King. Yeah, that was an 880k score difference. So, I guess since there's no double pick / double ban rule, we will probably be seeing a DT1, if I had to guess. Especially since France already picked their Protect. There's nothing stopping Peru from picking into their Protect now, especially since mispicking now would put the opposing team at match point.
It's also the last pick for both teams.
True, it is the last pick. So if I was Peru right now, I'd be going for DT1. I don't think there's any... Oh, DT2?
I mean, unless they saw something that they decided, maybe that wasn't a good Protect.
DT2, interesting. So they're not picking their Protect at all. I guess since DT2 is definitely more tapping based, maybe they're just trying to raw speed cap the other team, especially seeing how Fremont 2 and DT3 went. Or not Fremont 2, Fremont 1.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially DT3, it's probably the most similar to this one. So unless France just had a really bad roll on that one, this is probably a pretty good pick for Peru.
I think Peru's speed roster is just better objectively than France's speed roster. Looking at the other two, how the other two faster picks went, air quote faster. Still
Right.
interesting that they would pick their Protect, but I don't blame them because DT1 would probably be more of a gamble than DT2 at this point.
I'm assuming France is going Nomad 1 after this thing.
Yeah, I don't see a situation where they don't pick Nomad 1, to be honest. Nomad 1 is always the gamble pick, right? It's what you pick as a lower seed into the higher seed if you don't know. But
Yeah.
also, this is 16th seed versus 17th seed, so they're basically equal in terms of seeding, at least. And we do have 8 players in the lobby, so hopefully we'll be starting soon. How long is this map? I believe this map is the shortest one in the pool.
Yes.
After DT.
It's just under 2 minutes long.
Yeah, so this map is 137 with DT, and the only notes are just too fast. So, with, CS4 shouldn't be an issue. AR 9.7 may be a bit on the higher end. I don't think anyone will struggle to read AR 9.7 though, considering we saw them in warm-ups playing 9.8 and no one was having issues.
And once this gets started, I'm going to AFK for a minute, so have fun.
Oh, lovely.
Just want to make sure I don't hit panic.
Alright, and it seems like everyone's loaded in. And I think Peru's definitely hoping to take the point here and force France to go on their last pick. Peru's definitely in the position of power here, I think, going into this map, because either they put themselves at match point here or they're forcing their opponents to pick afterwards. and Johannes drops pretty early on with the 200 combo into the map. And this is such a short map that any sort of drop will definitely be felt throughout the map. That being said though, the key eyes are super tricky, so I'm expecting quite a few drops in those sections. And Johannes drops again, not responded by anything on the Peruvian side just yet. Seems like Johannes is having a bit of a rough time. And Manatee drops as well, meaning that it's now 2 FCs on the side of France to 4 FCs on the side of Peru. And as we enter the last third of the map, it seems like that scorebar is just going to continue to grow.
Alright. Oh wow, we're already on stuff.
Short map, yeah. It's, yeah, now with Bilal dropping 4 FCs to 1, even if the ACK on them aren't great. Oh, X drops at the very last second. Unlucky. But this ending section is so tricky. It's just all tapping at basically 240 BPM. And yeah, that was very convincing win on the side of Peru. Can't say it was too surprising of a win. I think all of us probably favored Peru going into this pick. But that's definitely a much larger score diff, I think, than any of us were expecting. Especially with 3 FCs, or basically 3 FCs, to, like, 0. Almost 1 FC, because I think he broke in, like, the last 20 combo or something.
Yeah.
And if you're France, your opponent's at match point, and you got 1 pick to make it count.
No mod 1.
What do you go for? No mod 1!
Or DT1 or free mod. Yeah, it's probably no mod 1.
I think picking DT1 at this point would just be trolling.
Yeah, probably. Nope. Wait. Nope, that's the zone. That's a Peruvian player.
Oh yeah, the zone is the zone is a Peruvian player. I was gonna say, I think picking your opponent's protect is like, it kind of is like a flex, but it's only a flex if you win the pick. If you lose the pick, then you're just throwing, especially at match point.
There was one match, I think it was Spain versus Hungary, so like 32nd, 33rd seed. They picked each other's protects and both were breakpoints. What the tiebreaker?
You pick each other's protects and expect to win? Oh, Fremont 2, actually. Okay, so it seems like they don't want to gamble on the Nomad 1, which is, you know, understandable to be honest. This Nomad 1 is so long, and it's like 1600 combo. So with nerves, 2 long maps in a row could definitely be really costly. And I guess they just want to get this pick over with, because Fremont 2 is like half the length of the Nomad 1. They forgot that they protected DT1.
Oh no. I mean, you can pick the opponent's protect, but it's not illegal, just not recommended.
Generally, teams will protect the maps that they are most confident on. I know it is like a strat where you like reverse psych out your other team, you protect a map like you don't want to play, and then you hope your opponent doesn't pick in it, but that's like a 3000 IQ move that usually doesn't end well.
And that only really works if your opponent has very little info on you.
Yeah, if you're like a brand new team, I guess it could work out. Yeah, this is such a low AR map. If I had to guess, we'll probably be seeing a lot of hard rocks again, and maybe like 1 hit in.
Yeah, especially considering the amount of hard rocks we had on the AR 8.5 and AR 8. Yeah, triple hard rock from Peru is almost 100% happening.
I think if it's just hard rock only, without any speed, remember what happened on Hard Rock 2? It'll probably favor France. However, this Fremont 2 is not quite an anti-mod again. I think this Fremont 2 favors Hard Rock because it's only CS4.
It's a lot of jumps. It's a 2010 map.
Yeah, so it's an old style map. It has like the hourglass shaped jumps, you know? Like, it's very satisfying to see if you have a long cursor trail, but also because it's not CS 6.5 with Hard Rock, this map I think is like, it's easier objectively with Hard Rock than it is with Hidden. It's just my opinion though, you know, opinion zone.
And if you have an easy player, we have seen quite a few easy players in this. One double S, by the way.
We see Awike cheering for the American team. Yeah, you love to see it. I love America. And we are going into the last pick of this match. Will France force a TB, or will it end right here? It's all decided by this map.
Well, technically, if we go to tiebreaker, we'll have had back-to-back tiebreakers here.
Oh, I think Inks is...
Yep, that is a hard rock.
Panic.
Okay, so that's what happens when it doesn't detect the hard rock player properly. Is somebody in chat said on 3-1.
Strange. Okay, so we actually see Alika on the Nomad, and then one hidden and one hidden hard rock and one hard rock only on the side of France, and two double hard rock only on the side of Peru, and one hidden only, one hidden hard rock. Yeah, that's basically what we were expecting. I think minus Alika on Nomad.
Well, you do have to have a required one player hidden only, one player hard rock only.
Mm-hmm.
So then the other choices you had a hidden hard rock on each side, and then a Nomad versus a hard rock.
Yeah, just immediately right off the bat, I think you can tell a couple of these players might not be as comfortable on the hard rock act department. Meanwhile, CapG, bro's still assessing.
Well, getting to the second half of the map, and I seem to remember the second half being where a lot more people tend to struggle.
Yeah, I think this map is pretty repetitive in terms of its patterns, but just by the second half of the map, the fatigue starts to set in, and like that's usually when misreads and just mechanics issues tend to happen. Johannes drops as well, and it seems like CapG, the opponent hidden player, really just doesn't want to miss.
X breaking, so there goes one of the, I think, FC's from Peru. But yeah, it turns out Peru does have at least one low AR hidden player.
Yeah, I think on the last free mod, their hidden player also did pretty well.
I'm broken at 99.6 there.
Yeah, I think with Alika and Johannes dropping, this is probably going to be point to Peru and match to Peru as well.
Oh, hold on, we just lost the hidden FC from Peru.
Is there enough map left?
I'm not sure.
300k. Bilal needs to hold. I feel like I've said this like 3 times now.
It's 2 FCs versus 1.
Juiki needs to hold as well. It's just because like the accuracy on both of these players is lower. Actually, no, it's higher than Murio's, but it's gonna be close. And I think ultimately this is a map that will be decided by AC, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's it. Peru gets the breakpoint.
Yep, so I think this is actually the only breakpoint of the match as well. So Peru does take their opponent's last pick though, meaning that TB is not forced, and they do take the pick, or they do take the match. And that's, I think, the second upset of this bracket so far.
I mean, 16 versus 7, it's barely
It's not really an upset, but it's still like lower seed beats the higher seed, you know?
Third, actually, we had Australia beat Poland 24th seed over 9.
Dang.
And then we had 30 over 3 on the tiebreaker.
Oh, that's because they de-seeded.
Yeah. Other than that, I think that was... Oh, no, wait, hold on.
I'm just looking at like the bracket schedule right now.
Nope, that's it. Yeah, so that'll be it for us for about an hour. We'll be back for France B and Canada C 19.
Thanks to everyone that came out for the stream. It was a very exciting match for sure. And we will be right back on this channel for, I believe, I forgot.
France B and Canada C.
For France B and Canada C. And then at the same time on the second channel, it'll be UKB versus Czechia. So 2 pretty exciting matches, hopefully. And we hope to see you guys there. Thanks to everyone that came out. And until next time, I've been Renyu, joined by I Totally Get That. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.